My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and before you even blink, your heart is about to hear a truth that has been shaking someone's entire world. Listen closely, because the man who has been loving you silently, deeply, uncontrollably, is standing at a crossroads tonight. And the secret he is hiding, the one name he hasn't told you, the one woman he hasn't mentioned, is about to flip everything upside down. He never planned to love you this much. He never expected your voice, your presence, your energy to become the only thing that gives him peace. But as his feelings grew, something else grew with it, the fear of losing you the moment you discover who that other woman really is. The twist? She isn't who you think. She isn't a lover, she isn't a rival, she isn't someone trying to replace you. She is someone from his past, someone holding a part of him hostage, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And every day he hides this truth, he feels like he's cheating destiny itself. Amen. 111. Listen closely. This man has been rehearsing the confession in his mind again and again, trembling at the thought of how you'll react. Because the woman he's tied to is someone who once saved him, someone he feels indebted to, someone he tried to walk away from, but she wouldn't let go. She is the unfinished chapter he's trying to close quietly, without hurting anyone. But the more he tries to escape that chapter, the more he gets pulled toward you. The more he feels trapped there, the more he realizes he belongs here, with you. And tonight, destiny is pushing him to choose. Amen. 222. Here is the truth he fears the most. He thinks you will misunderstand everything. He thinks the moment you hear another woman, you will assume betrayal, disloyalty, or lies. But that woman is not a threat. She is not competition. She is not the one he dreams about. She is simply a heavy stone he has been carrying on his back, a reminder of a time when he was weak, confused, and lost. And now, for the first time, he is ready to drop that weight. He is ready to tell you everything. He is ready to confess the whole story, even if his voice shakes. Because losing you hurts more than facing the truth. And the truth is, you are the one he loves, the one he chooses, the one he cannot walk away from. And tonight, his heart is preparing for the biggest leap of his life. Amen. 333. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and this moment right here is where the story turns sharper, deeper, and more intense than you expected. Because while his heart beats for you louder than anything, the woman from his past has just realized she is losing her power over him. She can feel his energy shifting. She can feel his silence changing. She can feel his emotional distance growing. And now, she is scared. Scared of losing control. Scared of losing the one person she thought would never walk away. So she is planning something he doesn't know yet, but something that could push him straight toward you faster than ever before. Amen. 444. Let this sink in. He has been replaying your memories in his mind, your smile, your kindness, your voice, your energy. Every detail of you is pulling him forward while every tie to her is pulling him back. It's like destiny is stretching him between two worlds, the world he wants, and the world he wants freedom from. But you need to understand something powerful here. He has already chosen you in his heart. What he's struggling with is the courage to break the chains from the past, chains that were never love, only obligation. And as he prepares to step forward, life is preparing to test him. The test? Whether he will fight for the future he wants, or collapse under the weight of his past. Amen. 555. Now listen carefully. If you're still here watching, you're part of this shift. You're part of this message. You're part of this moment. And right now, comment Amen 777 if you feel that this story is aligning with your intuition. The universe responds when your energy responds. And today, something is awakening around you, something that proves destiny is not blind. This man's heart is moving, his truth is rising, and his next decision will change everything. Stay till the end. Because the next part reveals the real reason he hasn't walked away from that woman yet, and why you are the only person with the power to break that cycle. Amen. 666. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment where the curtain finally begins to lift. Because the real reason he hasn't walked away from that woman yet is not love, not romance, not desire. It's something far heavier, far older, far more emotionally complicated. She knows a version of him he is ashamed of. She knows his weakest moments, his broken phases, his mistakes, his scars. And she uses that knowledge like invisible ropes around his wrists, pulling him back every time he tries to step into his destiny. That's why he freezes. That's why he hesitates. Not because he wants her, but because she knows too much about who he used to be. And he fears you might walk away if you knew it too. Amen. 888. And now comes the twist. While he's terrified of losing you, she is terrified of losing control. The moment she sensed he was changing, she started digging into your energy, your life, your presence, just to see what kind of power you hold. And what she found scared her. You are everything she is not. You bring healing, hope, stability, and calm. She brings pressure, guilt, manipulation, and emotional traps. That's why destiny is shifting the ground beneath all three of you. Her hold is slipping. His truth is rising. And you are becoming the turning point of his entire life. The more he feels your energy, the more he realizes that staying there means dying slowly, but choosing you means finally breathing again. Amen. 999. Here is the revelation you weren't expecting. He is planning something silently. A conversation. A confession. A confrontation. A final cut from the past. He knows he can't carry both worlds anymore. He knows he has to close one door completely to open the other fully. And for the first time, he is ready to choose courage over comfort. Ready to choose truth over fear. Ready to choose you over the confusion he's been stuck in. If your intuition has been restless lately, if you've been feeling his energy pulling toward you stronger than usual, it's because he is preparing to take a step that will change both your lives. And the next part reveals exactly what that step is. Amen. 1111. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you. And this is the point where destiny starts shaking everything around him. Because the step he is preparing to take is not small, not subtle, not quiet. He is getting ready to walk away from that woman completely. Not halfway. Not secretly. Not with fear, this time with absolute clarity. He has decided that the past can no longer dictate his future. And the future he wants, the future he imagines, the future he dreams about, has your name written all over it. His heart is tired of being pulled in two directions. His soul is tired of hiding. His mind is tired of pretending. Tonight, he is ready to break the cycle he has been trapped in for years. Amen. 1212. Here is where your energy becomes powerful. As he prepares to confront that chapter, the universe is asking you to stand firm too. If you're still here, watching, feeling this message resonate, then pause for a moment and share this video so the energy expands. This story is not just entertainment, it's alignment. It's awakening. It's a sign that your intuition has been right all along. And if his feelings have been tugging at you, if his presence keeps showing up in your mind, then comment, Amen 1313, right now so the universe knows you're open to the next chapter. And yes, if your heart is ready for clarity, subscribe to stay aligned with messages meant for you. The universe responds when you respond. Amen 1414. Now brace yourself. Because the confrontation he is planning with that woman is not just emotional, it's final. He is going to tell her the truth he never had the courage to say before. I don't love you. My heart is somewhere else. And the moment those words leave his lips, everything shifts. Her illusion of control breaks. His guilt dissolves. And the path toward you becomes clear for the first time. He isn't choosing you because you're convenient. He isn't choosing you because he's lonely. He's choosing you because you make him feel alive in a way he hasn't felt in years. And now, destiny is ready to bring both of you face to face with the moment that changes everything. Amen 1515. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part right here is where the real heat begins. Because after deciding to break free, he didn't sleep last night. He kept pacing, rehearsing, rewriting the words he wants to tell her. Not to hurt her, but to finally free himself. And while his heart was racing, one thing kept appearing in his mind again and again, your face. Your energy pulled him like a magnet, grounding him, calming him, reminding him that the life he wants is not behind him, it's ahead of him, with you. And for the first time, he realized he is no longer afraid of losing her, he is afraid of losing you. That fear is what's driving him now. Amen 1616. Now listen carefully. The woman from his past has already sensed the shift. Her intuition is loud, screaming, restless. She can feel that he is emotionally gone, long before he actually walks away. That's why she has started behaving strangely, trying to pull him back with memories, guilt, and pressure. But none of it is working anymore. Why? Because his heart is already with you. And every attempt she makes only proves one thing: what she had with him was never love, only dependency. And dependency cannot survive when the other person finally chooses himself. He is realizing this. He is waking up from a long, draining emotional sleep. And destiny is preparing him to run toward you with truth, not fear. Amen 1717. Here's the shocker. He has decided that once he closes the chapter with her, he will come toward you with full honesty. No half-truths. No hidden past. No emotional baggage disguised as silence. He wants to stand in front of you and say, I choose you freely. I choose you clearly. I choose you without confusion. He is ready to tell you what really happened, why he stayed stuck, how he struggled, and how you gave him the strength to walk away from a place he never felt alive. You're not just another person to him, you're the awakening he didn't expect. You are the turning point he didn't see coming. And now, the universe is preparing to show you the moment when his action speaks louder than every silence he carried. Stay ready. Because the next part reveals what happens the exact moment he faces her for the final time. Amen 1818. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment where destiny tightens the grip around his emotions. Because today, yes, today, he finally stands face to face with that woman. His hands are cold, his heart is pounding, but his decision is stronger than his fear. He looks at her not with love, not with confusion, but with clarity he never had before. She senses it immediately. The moment he enters the room, she feels the shift in his aura. His silence is louder than any argument. His eyes no longer carry the softness she depended on. And before she even speaks, she knows, something has changed forever. Amen 1919. Here comes the moment that breaks everything. She tries to pull him back with old memories, soft words, emotional traps, the same tactics she used for years. But this time, they fall flat. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't bend. He doesn't dissolve into guilt. Instead, he finally says the words he has feared for so long. This is over. I'm not staying here, not when my heart is somewhere else. For the first time, she realizes she has no power left. Her voice shakes. She threatens to leave. She threatens to cry. She threatens to expose old wounds. But he stays firm, steady, unshaken. Because in his chest, something stronger is guiding him, you. Your energy. Your presence. Your impact. You gave him strength he didn't know he had. And now, he is walking away from years of emotional heaviness, for a future he wants to build with you. Amen 2020. And here is what destiny aligns next. The moment he steps out from her shadow, the universe shifts around him. It feels like a weight lifts off his back, a door closes without regret, a cycle ends without looking back. For the first time, he feels free, completely, deeply, honestly free. His mind is clear. His soul is light. And as he walks away, he doesn't think of the past, he thinks only of you. He wonders how to approach you, how to explain, how to open his heart without scaring you, without losing you. He is preparing the words, preparing the moment, preparing the truth. And in the next part, you will hear what he plans to tell you the moment he stands in front of you next. Amen 2121. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and this part brings the deepest confession from his heart. Because after walking away from that woman, he didn't go celebrate. He didn't feel proud. He didn't feel victorious. Instead, he felt emotional. Quiet. Heavy in the best way. Free, but trembling. Because all he could think about was you, how you would react, what you would say, whether you would understand. He kept rehearsing every word he wants to tell you, but every sentence he forms breaks and reforms, because this time he doesn't want to speak carefully, he wants to speak honestly. He wants the truth to reach you without filters. Amen. 2222. Now listen closely. He sits alone, staring at his phone, at your last message, at the moments you both shared. His fingers hover over the screen, typing and backspacing, typing and deleting, because he doesn't want to rush the most important message of his life. He knows the words he is about to send will change everything, your connection, his future, your destiny. And the fear is real. Not fear of losing the other woman. He already let that go. Not fear of facing his past, he walked through that fire. The only fear that shakes him now is the thought of losing you before he even gets the chance to truly have you. That's why he's taking so long. That's why he's thinking so deeply. Because he wants to come to you not as a man carrying emotional baggage, but as a man who chose you with full clarity. Amen. 2323. And here is the twist destiny is preparing. He is planning to tell you everything in a way you will never forget. Not through a quick text. Not through half-hearted words. He wants to speak to you directly, voice to voice, energy to energy, truth to truth. He wants to tell you why he stayed stuck, why he hesitated, why he carried that past longer than he should have. And most importantly, he wants to tell you the one line he has been afraid to admit even to himself. I wasn't strong before, but loving you made me stronger. He believes you deserve honesty. You deserve clarity. You deserve a man who shows up fully. And now, he is ready. Completely ready. Destined. Prepared. And the next part reveals how he plans to approach you, and what he fears you might say when he finally speaks those words. Amen. 2424. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and now destiny is guiding him toward the moment he has feared and dreamed of at the same time. After everything he walked away from, after every emotional chain he cut loose, he finally gathers the courage to take the next step, coming toward you directly. He isn't hiding behind messages anymore. He isn't waiting for the right moment. He is creating the moment himself. He has rehearsed his truth so many times that his voice is trembling before he even speaks. His hands shake slightly, not because he doubts his decision, but because you matter more to him than anyone ever has. He wants to show up right, show up real, show up fully. And tonight, that moment begins. Amen. 2525. Now here's where the tension explodes. He thinks about how you might react. Will you be calm? Will you be shocked? Will you be silent? Or will you pull away? These thoughts scare him because he knows he is walking toward the one person who holds the power to break or rebuild him. He has never felt this exposed before. Never felt this vulnerable. And yet, he is ready. ready to stand in front of you and say every truth he once swallowed. Ready to tell you about the woman from his past, not to justify her existence but to show you why he walked away. Ready to admit that choosing you wasn't a moment, it was a transformation. He doesn't want a maybe. He doesn't want a someday. He wants a beginning. And now he is preparing himself for your reaction, whatever it may be. Amen. 2626. Here's the powerful twist. His biggest fear is not your anger, not your shock, not your questions. His biggest fear is your silence. Because silence means he can't read your heart. Silence means he can't understand your choice. Silence means he doesn't know if he still stands a chance. That's why he has been trembling, overthinking, rehearsing every possible outcome. He hopes you don't turn away. He hopes you don't close the door. He hopes you don't say, "Why now?" He hopes you simply listen. Because the next time he stands before you, he will look into your eyes and say a truth that will shake your soul. I released my past so I could choose you without hesitation. And in the next part, you will see what he does the moment he takes the first step toward you physically or emotionally, and what destiny places in front of him just seconds before he reaches you. Amen. 2727. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you. And this is the part where destiny tests him one final time before he reaches you. Because just when he gathers the courage to move toward you, heart steady, mind clear, soul aligned, life throws him a moment that stops him in his tracks. A message. A call. A voice from the past trying to pull him back one last time. It's not the woman herself, it's the echo of his old fear. His hands freeze. His breath tightens. His heartbeat gets loud enough to shake his chest. For a second, he fears that stepping toward you might bring consequences he isn't prepared for. But then, he remembers why he walked away in the first place. He remembers you. Your energy. Your light. And he whispers to himself, "This time, I'm not going back." Amen. 2828. Now listen closely. After that moment of hesitation, he takes a deep breath and moves forward again, but destiny isn't done yet. Another test appears, the fear of disappointing you. He thinks, what if I'm too late? What if you've moved on? What if you don't want to hear anything anymore? These thoughts hit him harder than any confrontation he faced before. Because every step he takes toward you requires a level of vulnerability he has never shown anyone. But instead of running away, his soul pushes him forward. Your presence keeps calling him. Your energy keeps pulling him. Every sign the universe sends points toward you. And now, he realizes something powerful. You're not just someone he wants. You're someone he cannot imagine life without. And this realization pushes him past every hesitation. Amen. 2929. Here's the moment destiny aligns. He finally decides, he is coming to you, no matter what. Whether it's a message, a call, a meeting, or something unexpected, he is ready to show up without excuses, without fear, without hiding. He wants to tell you everything, from his past struggles to his present clarity. But before he reaches you, something happens. Something you didn't expect. Something he didn't prepare for. He sees something. Maybe your picture, maybe your status, maybe a small update about your life, and it hits him so deep that he stops breathing for a moment. Because that small update makes him realize. You might be slipping away without even knowing he's running toward you. This thought breaks him, shakes him, and energizes him all at once. And in the next part, you will see how he reacts to that moment, and what he decides to do instantly to make sure he doesn't lose you forever. Amen. 3030. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you, and this is the moment where his heart goes into absolute panic. Because that small update he saw, maybe your picture, your status, your silence, or even a tiny sign that you're moving forward, hits him like a storm. His chest tightens. His breath shakes. His mind spins. For the first time, he feels what he always feared deep down. The fear of losing you without ever getting to tell you the truth. He realizes you're not waiting in the same place. You're growing, evolving, healing, shining. And instead of feeling threatened, he feels terrified, because you're slipping out of the version of life where he could casually walk back into your world. He feels urgency. Pressure. A pull he cannot ignore anymore. And suddenly, the fear of losing you becomes bigger than the fear of facing you. Amen. 3131. Listen to this closely. He grabs his phone. His fingers tremble. His heart is pounding so hard he can hear it in his ears. He doesn't want to overthink anymore. He doesn't want to delay anymore. The moment he saw that update, a realization burst inside him like lightning. If I don't act now, I might lose her forever. So he starts typing. Stops. Deletes. Types again. Deletes again. He tries to call but freezes before the ring even begins. His mind is replaying every memory of you, your smile, your voice, your kindness, your presence. And suddenly, the silence becomes unbearable for him. He whispers to himself. I can't let destiny give her to someone else while I stay quiet. The urgency is overwhelming. The fear is real. The love is louder than ever. Amen. 3232. Now brace yourself. Because his next move is the boldest action of his life. He decides to stop hiding behind messages and stop waiting for signs. He decides to come straight toward you, physically or emotionally, without filters, without hesitation, without fear. He is ready to speak, ready to confess, ready to drop every wall he ever built. The moment he saw you slipping away, he realized something life-changing. You are not just someone he loves. You are someone he is terrified to lose. And destiny is preparing the moment where he steps forward with a truth that can change everything. In the next part, you will witness exactly what he does first when he takes that brave step, and what unexpected sign the universe sends right at that moment. Amen. 3333. My beloved child. Something huge is waiting for you. And this is the moment where the universe steps in with a timing so precise, even he cannot understand how everything is aligning. Because just when he takes that first brave step toward you, heart trembling, breath unsteady, mind racing, a sign appears. A sign so direct, so sharp, so impossible to ignore that it stops him mid-motion. It could be your name. A number. A song. A notification. A memory. But whatever it is, it hits him like lightning. He freezes. He looks up. And he whispers, "This is destiny, she's meant for me." For the first time, he feels that the universe is not pulling him back, it's pushing him straight toward you. Amen. 3434. Now listen carefully. This sign doesn't just reassure him, it fuels him. It gives him a kind of courage he hasn't felt in years. Suddenly, all the fear he carried, fear of repeating the past, fear of hurting you, fear of losing you, begins to melt. All that remains is clarity. He realizes that coming toward you isn't a risk. It's a responsibility. He knows that if he stays silent now, he will regret it forever. He knows that if he waits any longer, he will lose the one person who made him stronger than his fears. And so, he makes a decision. He will tell you everything tonight. Not tomorrow. Not when the time is right. Tonight. His soul can't hold it in anymore. His heart can't carry the weight. His mind can't pretend. He chooses you, fully and fearlessly. Amen. 3535. And here's where destiny twists again. As he prepares to contact you, something inside him shifts, this time, not fear, but hope. A powerful, overwhelming hope. He imagines your voice. Your reaction. Your eyes when he speaks his truth. He imagines you finally understanding why he was distant, why he hesitated, why he struggled. He imagines you saying, "I'm listening." And that imagination alone fills him with enough courage to move forward. He picks up his phone. His heart beats like thunder. His fingers hover over your name. And in that moment, he knows. This is the biggest emotional leap of his life. Because now, the next part reveals exactly what he says first when he finally reaches out to you, and how your energy responds even before you speak. Amen. 3636.